안녕하세요. Let's begin today's session. Here's our agenda for today. First, we'll begin the Korean phonics. We'll next learn a new conversation expression and then learn more lyrics to butter. Finally, we'll go over the announcement for next week.
Let's get started on the Korean phonics. These are the Korean consonants. The first one is k,
그,
n,
느,
t,
트,
l,
르,
m,
무,
p,
프,
s.
스.
And on the right section, the next consonant is silent or pronounced like
응,
t,
치,
ch,
치,
k,
크,
t,
트,
p,
프,
and finally h.
프.
The vowels are e,
이,
a,
아,
ya,
야,
o,
어,
yo,
여,
으,
으,
o,
어,
yo,
요,
u,
우,
and u.
유.
We'll learn the remaining consonants today. The first one is t, and we use that consonant and add it with the vowel e to make t.
티,
Then t, a, ta,
타,
tia,
튀아,
t, o, to,
터,
tia,
튀어,
then t, t,
트,
to,
토,
tyo,
초,
tu,
투,
and tu, tu.
주.
This is the next consonant, t, and we make the letter t, e, p,
피,
p, a, pa,
파,
p, ya, pia,
펴,
p, o, po,
퍼,
p, yo, pyo,
펴,
p, p,
프,
p, o, po,
포,
p, yo, pyo,
표,
p, pu,
푸,
and p, pu.
퓨.
Here is our last consonant, h, and we make the letters he,
히,
ha,
하,
hya,
혀,
ho,
허,
hyo,
혀,
hu,
흐,
ho,
호,
hyo,
효,
hu,
후,
and hu.
휴.
We finished learning all of the simple Korean consonants and vowels. Next week, we're going to learn more consonants and vowels that are harder to pronounce and write. These are simple, so we should be able to pronounce these basic syllables. We'll learn more difficult ones from next week.
We're now going to go over the Korean words. Let's start off by reviewing the last week words. The first one of the last week's word is 카드.
카드,
카드 is card. The next one is 코,
코,
and 코 means nose. There are two meanings to 차. The first meaning is car. 차.
차,
The next one is 차 also, but the meaning is tea. 차.
차,
Finally, the last word is 치마. And 치마 means skirt.
치마,
Here's the first word for this week. This word is party. And party means party.
파티,
These are one of these words that come from America, English. So party is translated to party exactly,
yes, it sounds very similar too.
which is why it is very easy to memorize this word. The next one is 파도, and 파도 means ocean wave.
You can notice on the picture at the right that there's like a huge ocean.
포도 means grape.
포도,
포도. Next one is 타조, and 타조 means ostrich.
타조,
Finally, last but not least, 휴지 means tissue or toilet paper.
Koreans just use 휴지 for both tissue and toilet paper. 휴지.
Let's look at the conversational expression. Let's start off by reviewing the hello greeting. Either 안녕, which is the informal version, and there's 안녕하세요, which is the formal version. 안녕.
안녕.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Let's go ahead and review the bye greetings. The first one is 잘 가, which is the informal version.
잘 가.
The next one is 안녕히 가세요,
안녕히 가세요.
and that is the formal version. Let's go ahead and learn the yes and no greeting. This is the informal version of yes, 응,
응.
and the informal version of no is 아니.
아니.
Let's learn the formal version of yes and no. The formal version of yes is 네,
네.
and the formal version of no is 아니요.
아니요.
As you may know, I am older than my sister. And in Korea, age is important when you have conversation. It is called 존댓말 or 높임말. Means the way you talk to someone that's older than you. It is a formal way. So someone younger must add yo or ta at the end to make it formal version. But on the other hand, the older one can say 반말, which is technically informal way to say something to someone that's younger than them.
Notice that all three words, 존댓말, 높임말, and 반말, have 말 at the end. One of the meanings to 말 is speech or language.
Yes.
Do you remember when we learned 좋아해? We can also express this with yes or no. This example is the formal version. You can talk this way to your friends. RM 좋아해?
응, RM 좋아해.
Notice that both statements do not have 요 or 다 at the end. And 응, yes, is informal. Let's practice with this one.
진 좋아해?
네, 진 좋아해요. B is not using 존댓말. A instead is using formal language with 네 and 좋아해요. Let's practice the informal way. 슈가 좋아해?
응, 쇼가 좋아해.
Also, in the blank section, you may use the name.
제이홉 좋아해요?
네, 제이홉 좋아해요. 너 비 좋아해?
아니요, 비 안 좋아해요.
종국 좋아해요?
네, 정국 좋아해요.
지민 좋아해요?
아니, 지민 안 좋아해.
Also, these are not our real opinions. We're just practicing. But we like all BTS members. Great. Now Sohn from our live classes made a presentation on Jimin for us. Let's take a look at that.
The first chapter is Profile, Park Jimin. BTS member's name is Jimin Park, and he is the main dancer, a lead vocalist in the team. His birth date is October 1st, 1995. He is 174 centimeters tall and weighs 58 kilograms, which is about 128 pounds. And his hobbies include dancing, singing, freestyle, and so on. The first solo album is Episode. The cover of the song is said to have been taken by member V of the BTS. Also, this song is written by Jimin not only for himself, but also for army. The second, how I like this song is because the lyrics and melody are good. An example is cause you're mine, I just wanna blow your mind.
Thank you so much, Son.
Here are 5 consonants. Take a guess and try to make a word using these consonants by drawing on your screen. Keep in mind the corresponding sounds of these consonants b, t, s, n, and t.
Pause the video and try to make a word.
3, 2, 1. This answer is 방탄소년단. If you go to McDonald's, you'll be able to see the BTS t-shirt on the shirt. You can see the consonants written there. Here are 3 consonants. Take a guess what the word we can make using these consonants. Notice that these are purple. That is a hint. 3, 2, 1. The answer is 보라해. We went over this last week. This phrase was created by the BTS member V. In English, it means I purple you.
Let's see the next section. Butter. These are the lyrics that we learned last week. I will read them out loud. Sidestep right, left my beat.
내 심장에 가까이 오른쪽 왼쪽 한 걸음씩.
Highlight the moon, rock with me, baby.
달만큼 높이 올라 나와 함께 즐겨봐.
Know that I got that heat.
내가 뜨거운 매력을 갖고 있는 거 알잖아.
Let me show you cause talk is cheap.
말로는 뻔하니까 보여줄게.
Sidestep right, left to my beat.
내 심장에 가까이 오른쪽 왼쪽 한 걸음씩.
Get it, let it roll.
알겠다면 시작해보자.
Smooth like butter.
버터처럼 부드럽게.
So notice that some words are highlighted and we will learn the meanings to those words. And this was the words that we learned last lesson. The first word was 버터, and it means butter. The second one was 오른쪽, and it meant right. The third one was its antonym, 왼쪽, left. Our fourth word was 달, and it means moon. The next one was 보여줄게, and it means let me show. The last word that we learned last session was 시작해보자, and we interpreted it as let it roll. And these are the lyrics for this week. Let's read them out loud. Pull you in like no other.
널 그 누구보다 강하게 끌어당겨.
Don't need no usher.
굳이 알려줄 필요 없어.
To remind me you got it bad.
내가 깊게 빠져들었다는 걸.
Ain't no other.
그 어떤 누구와도 달라.
That can sweep you up like a robber.
너의 마음을 훔치는 강도처럼.
Straight up, I got ya.
그래, 넌 내 거야.
Making you fall like that.
그렇게 널 푹 빠지게 해.
Notice that some of these words aren't highlighted together. These are lyrics, and they're somewhat hard to translate, so they won't mean the exact same thing to each other.
And obviously, language has different grammar and different order. Some have verbs first, some have nouns first before it. So yeah, that's why you can't really have the exact same word.
That's right. So that's why we're going to learn just 3 words today. The first word is 필요 없어. And 필요 means need. 없어 is kind of a mixture of not, don't need, etc. That's why 필요 없어 means don't need. 강도 is the second word. It means robber, as shown in the lyrics. Burglar, thief, or thief. Our last word is 빠지다. Like how in English, verbs change all the time. And it's the same for Korean. In the lyrics from Butter, it's written as 빠지게, but the phrase itself is 빠지다. Here's the announcement for next week. We'll be learning the similarities and differences between Korean and American schools. You don't need to prepare for anything, but feel free to share anything about what school is like next week. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you in the next video.
안녕.
안녕!